KOUJ 107 FM, KOUJ.org. It is the Rock of Salvation, and you're hanging backstage with Stevie B and going to the phone lines with the one and only Miss Zahna. How you doing, girl?
How are you, Steve? It's so good to talk to you again.
Man, so excited and stoked about the interview because, man, we have a lot to talk about.
Oh, my goodness. Tell me about it.
We get, first of all, right out the basket here is, man, you're going to be on this tour starting up. So talk about this tour.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. Well, it's my first headlining tour. It's just 10 dates, just a little test trial and, and some of my favorite places to play. And, Texas is just awesome. So I'm going to do that because I've been having so many people ask me to play in their city, and I wish I could make the dates longer. I'm realizing now where people really want me to play because I've gotten so many messages like, why aren't you coming here and everything? But I am really stoked. It's going to be a new live show. It's going to be just a lot of new stuff. So I'm really stoked for people to come and see what's up.
Yeah, we're extremely excited, and let me tell you how valuable you are to us at KOUJ. The night you're playing in Tulsa, right? Originally, we was having Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh here at the radio station, but the powers that be got together and moved that show to Thursday night because that Tuesday night, March 17th, we're going to go to Tulsa and hang out with you down there.
Oh, my gosh. You were so sweet. Thank you. That means a lot. It does. And it's going to be so good to see you again.
It's really exciting because it's Levi's birthday, March 17th, and so we're actually for his birthday we're taking the road trip so he can hang out with you.
Heck yes! Well, I'm going to give him something free from the table for sure because it's his birthday. So you just remind
me. He's really excited. I told him he's going to go hang out with you and stuff, and so it's
he is so cute.
He's my bestest little buddy in the whole wide world.
I love it. That's awesome.
So we got a new tour, and I'm super excited about it. And one of the things I wanted to ask you about this tour is because you said it was your first headlining tour, and obviously you're young, but you're a veteran when it comes to touring and music. You know, you've been doing it for a while with Zahna and with Ely and everything. But what is it that we can expect different from this than seeing you before?
Well, I'm trying to incorporate a light show. That's a little different. You're going to see some new players out. Unfortunately, Patrick, my husband, he also drums for Random Hero. So his tour is going to be in the smack dab middle of mine. So I'm going to be having out some new players this time. Brian, the screamer for Amongst the Giants, is actually filling in on bass for me and also doing some backup vocals. So I'm really excited about that because he's incredible. And so it'll be a new live show, a couple new players. I have a couple of new merch items that'll be available as well for that tour, and they're gonna love Ravener. She's Camber is the lead singer of Ravener, and she kind of has a model like mine, where she's like the main permanent person, and then she kind of brings in fill-ins. But she's extremely talented, so I'm really excited for my fans to get to know her because I think they'll really enjoy her music as well.
Sweet, that's awesome. Did I read right? I think I seen on social media a couple of days ago. Your guitarist is from Relent.
So Josh, he's filling in for me. Yeah, he's from Relent because we're both from San Antonio, all of Relent, and me and Patrick live in San Antonio. But yeah, I'm super stoked, and he's going to be a great addition, I think. And he's got some touring experience too, so that definitely helps.
Yeah, those guys, when we first started the Backstage show a couple years ago, they were just getting out, and they heard about us. They come in. I did an interview with them, and they played the block party, the first two block parties.
Oh, yes.
And so they're really good friends of ours. We love the Relent boys.
They are so humble and extremely talented. I really and genuinely enjoy their music. Because, sometimes, you can be friends with bands and, hey, I want to support you, but when you have friends that are in bands that you actually want to jam their music while you're driving in your car and are kind of like a fan, it's really cool,
You got like a rock family. I mean, seriously, obviously Patrick, You know, it's like, but San Antonio, there's so much talent down there, and man, I'm kind of sad Patrick's not going to be there though.
I know. I mean, it's just the nature. I don't think they've announced their dates yet, but it is going to coincide, unfortunately. But it's all good. It's all good. Patrick will be available when he can, and he's supporting me so much from behind the scenes, teaching me how to drive with the trailer and everything. And so he is a super husband and has been helping me so much. So he's just supporting me in any way he can and still keeping his commitments to Random Hero. So it makes sense.
How's he dealing with having a song that's 7 weeks at #1?
Oh my gosh, he's completely stoked out of his mind. I mean, I'm so happy for him. I don't want to get that plaque and put it in our house and just brag about it, you know. So, he's worked very hard, and I think that hard work is definitely paying off for him now. So, very excited for him.
Speaking of awards, there's kind of a heavy metal awards coming up called Grizzlies. Somebody's up for a video of the year. Do you know who that is?
I know. Yeah, that's me. All right. Yeah. I'm really glad. I loved how that music video came out. It came out exactly how I wanted it to. Thanks to PJ Mills. He's the director and a friend of mine as well. But we went through a couple ideas. They were all kind of like similar in concept. And we're like, okay, how can we simplify this and do this in a one-day shoot? And it just came together perfectly. The whole team, the whole crew. It was like probably a 15-hour shoot. It was extremely tiring. Actually, I want to say 17 hours because we got there really early, and I didn't leave till like 3 or 4 in the morning from set. And so it was a lot of work, but it was a blast. It was so fun, and it came out just so good. So I'm very, very happy that they recognize PJ's talent and, you know, my artistry in there. And so I'm super stoked. I don't know if it's going to beat Red's music video, but it's worth a shot, you know.
Nobody knows my picks except for Doc. We were talking about it last week, and I will say this, and I really wasn't going to tell anybody's mine because I don't know why, but I just wouldn't, but I feel led to right now. But I will tell you this. I voted everything Random Hero was up for except for Video of the Year, which I gave my vote to you. I gave it to you.
Oh,
so.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I mean, Random Hero swept the nominations. I'm so proud of them because it is a really good album. It really deserves to be recognized. I mean, I jam it in the car on my way to work sometimes, and I'm just like, man, I'm so proud of these guys. And so I'm really happy for them, you know, and I'm very grateful that you still voted for me, although I'd understand if you didn't, because there's a lot of good picks in that category. It's just gonna be
that category was, yeah, definitely that category was a hard one, but I was I gotta show love to Zahna, and you know, and because it's a crazy awesome video. I didn't do it just because of knowing you. I did it because I thought that. Again, the artistry in it and everything was so done masterfully, and it was a really great video. And it's hard to say too because you know with all the other ones there, but I thought yours really was the best video, hands down.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I think a really good music video has to have like 2 or 3 elements, and it's got to have a storyline. And, you know, because, like, performance footage, you know, it's cool. Like, you know, underneath is cool for my music video. It's a lot of performance footage. But, like, I really love stories, you know, where, like, they have symbolism. And, like, you kind of really have to dig deep to, like, understand how it correlates to the song. And sometimes I like I like songs better because the music video explains to me more of the message. So music videos are super important to me. But I think really good storyline, symbolism, production value, of course, needs to be there. But like, there's so much that makes a good music video, and also the replayability. You know, so it's like what makes them want to watch it again and again and again. You know, so that's why I like to throw a lot of like Easter eggs and small things in my video, because if people pick up on it, like, I'll be impressed. Like, it's pretty subtle, but
I'm not going to say I was a little sad when I didn't see a KOUJ bumper sticker on the wall somewhere. You know, maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Yeah, we actually rented that building, so I don't know if we would have been able to do that. So.
Be like, speaking of Easter eggs, guess what? I plugged you guys.
Exactly. No.
Nah, I would have probably fell out. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, but I mean, every band on that category like deserves a nomination. Like they were all so good. So I mean, whoever wins, I'll be really happy for them.
How long have you been performing with rock music, Christian rock music?
Oh, since I was 15, I'd say. I took a break in college and I was doing mostly acoustic stuff. Just like singer-songwriter stuff, but I've been performing with bands like since I was 15, so 11 years.
Right, and the reason why I asked you that because we're talking about your video and the Grizzly stuff. So, how important is something like Grizzlies to artists like yourself?
Well, I mean, honestly, Steve, I have competed in so many things, and I think the closest I've ever been to winning was second place at Battle of the Bands in my high school.
Right.
And so, like, to me, like, awards don't mean that much because maybe I'm just so used to losing. Like, it's fine. You know, it's just cool to be nominated. It's not bad to say. I'm really selling myself short here. But, no, like, I mean, it's just really cool. I'm just honored that they even do something like Grizzly Awards because
that's what I was.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was asking because I wouldn't say so much as you in the award. I was just saying the Grizzlies. How cool is it that there's actually Christian rock's finally getting an award ceremony where it's the upfront, the focus. I think
absolutely, it's really awesome. I mean, like because like there is so much talent. Like I mean, my record label alone has bands that are super talented. That just like I don't understand why. Like they don't support this community of rock like that could come back that really could do a lot for the music industry if they would talk about us more, you know. But it's okay. Like I'm just glad it exists. So the nomination is super cool. I've had a lot more like engagement and new followers and new discoveries of people that have discovered my music in the last couple weeks because of that nomination. So whether I win or not, it's just a really good thing to get, you know, kind of revitalize the video and get back out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely think there's not a loser when it comes to any of the people nominated. Like it's a win to be nominated. It's like with all the talent that is out there, just to be nominated is an automatic win. And I thought, you know, so yeah.
Absolutely. You're totally right.
But man, I am super stoked. I'll tell you what, let's play the song Your Gun, My Knife since we're talking about the video. Yeah,
sure.
All right, here we go. This is Zahna, Your Gun, My Knife on KOUJ 1071, KOUJ.org. Hey, 1071 FM, KOUJ.org. It is the Rock of Salvation. And Stevie B here with you with the one and only Miss Zahna with Your Gun, My Knife. What an awesome, awesome song.
Thank you so much, Stevie. It's great to be here tonight.
Yes. You know, we was talking about how long you've been doing this for 11 years and stuff. When did you capture the growl?
Actually, I captured it longer than 15 years ago. That was like the first thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I could actually like perform on stage and do this. That was like when I was like in eighth grade. So I was like 14 when I learned how to do it. It just came out. I really don't know how to explain it. It's just when you imitate a sound, you just do it. You hear it and you try to do it, and then So I was 14. I was learning how to do it in PE class because I got mad about something, and I was like, "Oh wow, I think I just metal screamed."
So you kind of just screamed at somebody and said, "Wait a minute, I got a career out of this."
Well, it was more like a groan. Like I did like a groan that I was upset about something, and and then I was like, "Wait!" I talked to my best friend because we had PE together. And we were just like, I think that's it. So we would walk to Wendy's every day after school because our parents couldn't pick us up until like later. So like on the walk after school in 8th grade on the way to Wendy's, we would jam Under Oath and we would scream the lyrics to Under Oath. And we would practice with all these bands. And like, I even did it for like an assignment where it was like my theater class. You had to like come up with like a performance for a project. And I did it in front of the class with a song, and everyone was like, oh, my God, that was actually really good. And I just continued to get better at singing and screaming. And my getting better at singing actually made me a better screamer, too, because the breath support and the consistency and holding out screams longer. So, yeah, man, like, it's just, I don't know. It wasn't really anything I needed to hone in or practice. Honestly, just singing is very difficult to do it well. And I would say that was a lot harder than learning how to scream, for sure.
Yeah, you do it so naturally. I mean, you know, like anybody's ever seen you live, it's like a lot. You know, there's a lot of bands that the CD sounds one way, and you go see them live, and it's like, oh, they must use a lot of help, you know, to do that.
Like,
and we see you live, you're just like, rah! I was like, wow, shit.
I know. And people don't get it. They're like, why are you, like, they don't understand how loud it is. Like, they're like, oh, can you scream right now? I'm like, listen, this is really loud. Like, this isn't like a quiet scream that you need a microphone to do. Like, I don't need a mic for this. And so, like, it's always funny when I go to, like, a new producer, like, a new writer, someone who has never heard me scream before, and they're just like, whoa, like, let me turn that gain way down because it's going to blow my mic. And I'm like, yeah, sorry. But it's, you know, honestly, it would be so much easier just to be in a metal band and scream. But I love singing too much. I love writing melodies too much. But like, honestly, singing is way harder to me than screaming. So especially live when you got to learn how to move and pace yourself, your heartbeat and everything. And you're doing like crazy things in your range. You know, I am tired of myself writing just ridiculous difficult parts that it's like I get so mad at myself. I'm like, why did I do this? Like, this is really difficult part. And in the studio, of course, it's fine. It's easy to do in the studio because you're just standing still, just focusing on the mic, you know. And then when you perform, you're already like 5 songs in, and you got this really difficult part coming up in the next song, and you're pulling the weight for screaming and singing, and you don't really have a lot of help in the background. So I learned that that's definitely, I need to keep that in mind when writing songs because I like the way it sounds and I don't realize how difficult it is to pull off live. So yeah, not going to do that again.
That's awesome. Well, man, I'm so excited and definitely really stoked about getting to see you next month in concert and stuff. And for those of you who don't know, Zahna, man, she had a crazy year last year, 2019. You went through some medical stuff, and man, first of all, let's just praise God for the wonderful miracle and that you went through the operation and everything and the transplant, and you're back out on the road ready to rock it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year was such a crazy ride, man. Like, I kind of knew last year wasn't going to do a lot for me in regards of, like, Zahna. It was just a year to kind of just figure out, you know, these health issues. And luckily I did get to, like, a 3-month tour on City Rock Fest.
Uh-huh.
But I had to kind of step out for a while. And even still, I tried to do one show, like, post 2 months after my transplant. And it was, like, honestly a mistake. Like, I shouldn't have done it. It was really painful and very, very difficult. I don't know if there's videos floating out there, but I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't really sound like that. I just have a new organ in me, and like, it's really hot outside. Like,
yeah, it's not like you just took a break. You was like you added a new body part. It's like,
yeah, I had some new parts swapped out, you know, kind of modded out. But I mean, after that, the only show I did after my transplant and that other show was in Germany, and I felt good about Germany. It was much better. It's still kind of getting back into the swing of things, but like the transplant was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, just because, you know, the shock to your body when you wake up. The months it took to like get rid of the pain and the complications. I had quite a lot of complications, unfortunately, which now they're fine. It's much better now. But these are things I'm just going to have to deal with for the rest of my life. But I'm very grateful because a lot of people don't get a second chance at life. And unfortunately, with the nature of my disease, had we not had modern medicine, like it would have killed me, unfortunately. So I'm very grateful. And, you know, I know like death isn't something to mourn when we believe in Christ and everything like God. You know, because like we just win when we die, you know, but it was very sobering. It's a really sobering thing because you really start to learn what's important in life and start to shed away the things that just don't benefit your life. You know, like you don't have time to hold grudges. Like you don't have time to wait on your dreams, you know? So like for me, like this year, 2020 is all about putting all my cards into my dreams, and that's Zahna, and that's new music. You know, I don't have time to waste. Like tomorrow is never promised. So that's what I definitely learned through all that. And I learned a lot about God in quiet moments with him. So I'm just reached that new level with him, I think. And a lot of suffering. Suffering will teach you a lot with him.
I can imagine the new album and the songs for going through stuff like that. And if I do remember right, I talked to you before and stuff. Didn't your mom is that where the transplant come from?
Yeah, my mom was my donor.
Yeah.
Thankfully, she was a match for me. So it was a very fortunate thing that I didn't have to go through the process, which could take very long to find a match.
Yeah, I thought that was super cool because I remember you saying she didn't only give you life once, but gave you life twice, and you know that's a beautiful.
Yeah.
That's lyrics. That's lyrics
Yes.
to a new song.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man. Like I don't know yet because I'm not a mother yet and I don't have a child yet. But I just think that, you know, from people, my friends, my girlfriends that I've talked to that have had children, they just tell me like it literally just redefines love for you. Like you don't know what love is until you have a child. So I'm excited to experience that. Hopefully, you know,
the talent.
if I'm healthy enough to have a child.
The talent that will come from that child between you and Patrick is like you just can name him, her, whatever, chart topper. I mean,
yeah, there you go. Chart topper, come here, talk for you.
Because between you and Patrick, there's no way that kid ain't gonna hit stardom.
No, he or she will be like super athletic and like artistic and like spiritual and like just I don't know, just like Lord, use them, Lord, use the child. But you know, we're getting there hopefully soon. I have, you know, some of my health problems that they just want me to wait and everything.
Right.
So makes sense. I'm totally willing to do that. Honestly, at a point where Zahna is at right now, I don't really think I want to have a child just yet, just because of all the investing and everything we're doing to grow and build Random Hero and Zahna right now. So it's fine. But yeah, I'm really hoping that's in the cards one day, because I'm sure the Lord will definitely teach us so much through our children, as you know, with Levi, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, without a doubt. It's such an amazing. I was married and still married. I was married. That's hilarious. Something like that. I've been married for going on 20. I've been married 25 years and didn't get Levi, until 7 years ago, and was in the deal to where we couldn't have kids. And I just told God. I wrote on the prayer card 2 weeks in a row. I said, I want my own child. I said, I've been doing youth ministry and coaching kids and mentoring for my whole adult life. I want my own child, and of course I didn't know at the time I was writing that he was being born. So, it was.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
that is so amazing.
Yeah, because
what a beautiful story.
He was. In case you don't know, or whatever, his mom was homeless and stuff, and so when I was writing that down, God was like, I'm delivering him right now. He's going to be at your front door here. It's so I came back from vacation, and boom, there he was. We met, my wife's mother met this lady at a homeless shelter that had a newborn, and she said, God said this is for a couple. And she goes, I know the couple. So that's how.
Oh my goodness.
And
it's funny, and I know this is not nearly anywhere near the level of like you and your child, but Patrick, he got me this cat. like the first year we were dating. And this cat, he's a black cat. You know, some of my followers know him because I post about him and stuff. And he is just like this animal that I've had such a bond with. Like, I've never had such a bond with such an animal before. And he brought me so much comfort during my recovery period and, like, through all my, like, really horrible life storms. And he's with me right now. He's walking around. But it's just crazy. Like, and it's funny because I told the Lord, I was like, Lord, the man I want to marry, he's going to get me a black cat. Because that was just a desire of my heart for the longest time.
Right.
And I told Patrick once when we were dating, I told him once, I was like, what I want for Christmas is a black cat. And only telling him once, he got it for me. The first year we dated, we were only dating for like 6 months at that point. And he got me this black cat. And it was just like so many promises fulfilled. Like, you know, obviously I married Patrick for more than that, but like, you know, it was just it's the little things, you know, and this cat has like brought me so much comfort and joy throughout my crazy transplant, throughout my previous band breakup, like a lot of trials. So it's like, it's just a little small answers to prayers. It's like, God already knows what you need before you even ask, you know, he's already prepared the way. So it's just, I love that story with you and Levi because I kind of relate, you know, with a baby animal, not as much as a child, but there's similarities.
Well, you know, I'm reminded of scripture, you know, you said brings you the desires of your heart. And somebody who has been doing music, you know, been doing it in radio for a couple decades and been coaching basketball and football for over 20 years and stuff, to have Levi God knows what he's doing. I mean,
exactly.
that boy loves sports and playing heavy metal music, and I was like, God, you're so awesome. I said, you got me the perfect kid. This is like
so cool. He is the apple of your eye. I'm telling you, everyone can see it. I mean, you're always posting about him and you know, talking about him and bringing him to shows, and like the whole rock community knows who Levi is. It's awesome.
It was funny because, man, it's late. We got to go, but I got to tell you a little story. He was actually talking to Patrick, and he was getting his hair cut. It was about 6 months ago. Patrick and them were, I believe, in New York somewhere. And and he was doing Facebook Live, you know, and went on there, and Levi was getting his hair cut, and I said, Levi, look, it's Patrick. So, you know, I said, hey, Levi's getting his hair cut, you know, and he loves your drums and wants to play drums. And so Patrick started talking back to him. And the people at the place where Levi was getting his hair cut, they were like, is he really talking to a band? I was like, yeah. I said, that's Random Hero. It's a real band. They go, well, how do they know this little kid? I said, oh, he goes to all kinds of shows and plays drums. And like, they couldn't believe he was actually talking to a real rock band. You know, so.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? Levi is just as famous as any rock band, and he will be even more successful one day because he has such a great dad. And, you know, I'm not even surprised that everybody knows who he is because he's awesome.
And you're awesome. And again, thank you so much, Zahna. Man, I am out of time. But I thank you again so much for the interview, and so looking forward to March 17th and hanging out with you guys in Tulsa.
My pleasure. It's been awesome. It's always a great time with you, Stevie. And thanks so much for having me again. I appreciate it. Just let me know when you want to talk again. Love to hang out with everybody on Tulsa. Coming up on the Drown Tour with Zahna and Robiner.
All right. Love you. You be blessed.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. This is Zahna with Drown on KOUJ 1071, KOUJ.org.